Welcome to the Bobby Couto Show, where we dive into the fascinating world of human experiences and excellence. With special guests, real-life anecdotes, and thought-provoking discussions. Get ready to unlock and tap into your absolute potential with your host, manifestation coach, Bobby Couto.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Studio B for this special episode of the Bobby Couto Show. I am in Studio B with my guest, Christopher Silvia. Welcome to the studio, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
No, come on. It's a pleasure to have you here. I know we got out to the bakery, and that was a cool experience to be there, but to actually have you here in my studio, and it's my pleasure to have you here, man. It means a lot to me. You know, I know we were together in August, right? We sat down, we had that intimate conversation, and we talked about a lot of the plans and a lot of the visions that you had for the city. And I will tell you, the audience absolutely loved it. It did fantastic. Like, the numbers are just nonstop. It's constant. Right. And I will tell you, a lot of the comments, reading through the comments, you know, where you think you're going to get a lot, people were supportive. I think a lot of people were supportive.
Yes, it's either here or there with those comments sometimes.
Well, I guess it depends on the weather too, because I got people out there that are just obsessed with what I'm doing here, and they'll find the negative in everything, you know.
Sure.
And you know, it's funny, Christopher. I will say this. I was never really exposed to any of this, and I think like we share this together,
right.
Because, you know, I've always been a podcast, right? And funny, Jessica Machado mentioned, she's like, you know, Bobby's got like 90 episodes, but I never heard of him. And the truth is, bro, like this was never about being or getting out there and making noise. It was really about my message and my journey, you know. And more recently, I've decided, hey, it's not just me. Like, there are other people like me out here, you know, people like yourself. And how do I pull these people in to be like, hey, we're not in this alone. You know, we've been through this together, you know, and it's brought me to this point where I have the pleasure of the stature of sitting and talking to people like you, who are motivated, who are game changers, who are not afraid to take chances.
Right.
You know, and I think that's the message here, is to say, don't hold yourself back, right? You know, sometimes you have to get past the noise and you have to take a chance, right? And so here we are.
I think that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. The noise is unimportant. So
yeah, and I think you've surrounded yourself with some pretty motivated people, right? I've had the pleasure. I didn't know Jordan before this. I didn't know Jessica before this, and now I had the pleasure of knowing these people and really understanding the personalities, right? And what really drives this city. Because it seems to me, even if you look at the candidates for this race, there is such a dynamic, right? There's such a difference in everyone. You know, who you are, who Boomer is, who Carlos is. You look at and you say, well, the cultures are different, right? The upbringings are different, but the desire to support a community.
We all see the same things.
There it is, right there.
We all see the same things.
Yeah. We
may have different ideas on how to get to the point we want, but we see it all.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I ask you this? So since you decided you were announcing in July, since then, what have you noticed different? Have you seen some movement? Have you seen changes in the city at all in some of the things that you've been involved in? Because I know you've been involved in a couple of things.
Well, I mean, let's face it. When I post something that's negative within the city, whether it be the streets or the litter or whatever, it gets attention just because of my numbers. And you'll see like quick action because unfortunately shame is a motivator. It shouldn't be, but it certainly is a motivator, at least on my from what I do.
Sure.
So it's election season. You're seeing a lot of stuff get done, but I always go back to what happens the 364 days of the year when there is no election going on. Right. That's when you'll see the fruit of your labor. Right. And it's not good.
You know, I think that's the biggest question for the citizens, right? Everybody's asking, like, where is everybody? Like, we feel like somebody forgot, right? Somebody forgot to pick up the trash. Somebody forgot to fix the roads. Somebody forgot to make this a safe environment, right? And I think that people don't want to be forgotten anymore, right? People are really participating and saying, here's my money. I'm working. I'm paying my taxes. What are you doing for me?
Right. And not much is being done. And that's kind of what motivated me, because I just thought that, you know, I mean, if you live in the Highlands, you're kind of all set. And you may say, you know, we hear it on the local media all the time, the media that leans towards the administration that, you know, things aren't that bad. Well, there's 95% of the city that is that bad, and those people don't get listened to. Right. And
people are dying. Right? We don't have firefighters. People are dying. Like, the result is clear.
Right. And as someone, a cafe owner who has buried 3 people in the city who couldn't afford it, I've seen the hard stuff. Right. And this is not my wheelhouse. I'm a cook. That's all. GED, a cook.
Yeah.
I had to witness it.
Christopher, you're a pillar of the community. Please don't undermine that. You're not just
But
anything.
you have to know the reality, right?
Yes,
like for a cook to get involved in this mess, it's just been wild.
Yeah.
It's like a Netflix series you can't make up. It's
Really?
been bizarre.
Talk to me about that. Like you say a mess. Like, so obviously you're privy to information that I have no idea about. And I'm sure a lot of these things probably strike you deeply, right? Because when you really look at where it's coming from and the information that's being put out there, you say to yourself, well, what's the motivation, right? If I'm somebody who gives a shit, if I care, if I genuinely care, and I want to throw my hat in the ring to make things better, why would you come at me and throw all of this disgustingness at me to make me look bad or put me in a bad light when what I'm trying to do is support you and the community, right? Like, to me, I struggle with that.
So it happened about a year ago. And again, I was just a cook. I had my small business. Everything was going great. And I got used by the city, right? We had a high-level city official who, in the dark of night, sent me a text message from the CEO of Stepping Stone's husband, right? And it was kind of a threatening screenshot. He was defending his wife, so he sent it to this high-level city official. It was during that Stepping Stone homeless thing, frigid cold. People were dying of exposure. So I woke up and I got this text message from Mike Dion, who's a high-level official at City Hall. I've never met him, didn't know him. I don't even know how he got my phone number. But what he did know is that I was someone who would share injustice with my followers, because that's what I was doing. I was showing the filth on the rail trail. I was showing the fact that, kids...
Shining the light, right? Shining the light.
Right. So he knew I would share that, right? So I wake up to it, and there's a text message from Mike Dion, and it was a threatening screenshot from the CEO's husband. And he knew exactly what I was going to do with it. I was going to share it. And I did, right? I said one word to him: legit? Is this legit? He said yes. That was it. The only conversation I've ever had with this man.
All right.
So that started this whole disgusting, horrible journey for me. It all started about a year ago with that, right?
Would you say it was almost like poking the bear? Like the bear you didn't even know was there, right? Like you think you're doing something.
So now I'm thinking, as just a cook, I'm kind of getting in with the big boys at City Hall, right? So
I can make a difference.
Right. To me, I'm thinking, the movie Scandal, the TV show Scandal. 100%. I'm thinking, this is kind of interesting.
Right.
And right after I got that message, I'm thinking to myself, now this is a big injustice. People are dying of exposure. It's 0 degrees out. And other city people were now prodding me to say, you should go investigate, right? Again, I'm just a cook. So I get up at 2 a.m. on my way to work, and I see Stepping Stones, and I get out and I hit my camera on record, and I see this huge empty room. Again, it's frigid temperatures. A big empty room at the only shelter we had. And there's chairs in it, right? There's no human beings. There's chairs. These human beings were out in the frigid cold. Across the street was this very poor church, and I know it's a very poor church because I helped replace their doors with profits from cookie sales. And we had dinners there for the needy. They opened their doors to the homeless so that they wouldn't die of exposure. But right across the street, directly across the street, is our only shelter with a big empty warm room that was housing chairs.
Why?
I took that video, I posted it, it created a huge buzz within the city, and again, that kept this all going to where we are now, right?
So now there's a target.
Right, but they knew that I would share all that because I don't want to see people die of exposure, and I don't want homeless people out in 0 degree temperatures.
Right.
So they knew what they were doing. They were using me, and it all started there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And these are, city council people, high-level city officials using the cook who didn't know any better.
Christopher, there's so much money, bro. There's so much money flying around, man. There's so much money flying around. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not surprised. It bums me out. It really, really bums me out because, Jessica called me out. She's like, you get these rose-colored sunglasses, man. You're not seeing this for what it really, really is, man. And I'm sitting here with you, and it's like, and I keep seeing more and more of this, and I'm like, really? Is this really how it is?
And again, I'm not a professional speaker, so I'm
Speak very well.
I'm sure I'm not articulating it correctly, but these people these high-level people, these people who lead us, decided to use someone who was inexperienced in the game, who knew nothing about this stuff. I didn't know about homelessness or anything. I wasn't paying attention.
Right? They're like, oh, look at this. It's got a
Right, but I
following.
had my following based on cookies and cupcakes, right? That's how I built my following from 0 to 17,000 in a year and a half, right? It wasn't on any of this stuff because I wasn't paying attention. Like most people in the city of Fall River, I wasn't paying attention. So we become numb to it.
Guilty, bro.
Right.
Guilty as charged.
So now that I pay attention, even driving here to Morgan Street, I'm like, the condition of the city is
deplorable.
shit.
It's deplorable. It is deplorable. It's bad.
Right?
It's bad.
So I've never paid attention to Morgan Street before.
It's terrible over here. It's terrible. I pick up stuff all the time. It's constant. It doesn't stop. Yeah.
So now I pay attention, and that was probably my downfall. Was paying attention.
So obviously, you and Nate, you talk, right? I would imagine Nate's probably the person you trust most in the world, and you're having these conversations with him. What is he saying to you, Christopher?
He's saying, when are you just going to give up? When are you just going to stop? When is enough enough? I have so many people in my ears that one day I'm out, one day I'm in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just constant because I don't want to disappoint people.
Sure.
But everyone likes you when you can do everything for everyone, right? And the minute you set up a boundary, we see what happens with that, right?
Of course.
So,
of course. Everybody
it's fluid.
respects your boundaries until it affects them, and then they don't.
Right.
They don't appreciate your boundaries
it's
anymore.
It's very fluid.
Yeah.
So Nate does say, like, listen, you've had, you've been attacked so bad. When is enough enough?
Right. And of course, I would imagine this permeates into your personal relationship. It permeates into your business, right? So happy-go-lucky Chris is now sitting there going, it's going to be a long day. Like, I got a lot to process here. There's a lot going on. Oh, what's on Facebook today? What are they saying about me now? What are they?
Right.
I've just never seen such good intentions be spun and just. It's a machine, bro. It's a grinder. It's an absolute, and it's dirty. It's ugly, and you said it. There's money in homelessness. There's money in this
100%.
too. There's money in this too, man. This is a freaking business, and I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Yeah, I mean, hate and train wrecks, right? Those are all part of our pathology. Like we want to see that kind of stuff. It's sensational, and it creates all kinds of buzz, but it also creates money, and you have to have some responsibility when you're in your position. Or even my position, right? Sure. Like, I just can't show there are things that I don't show because they're too horrible.
Right.
Would it increase my views from 5 million to 8 million? Probably, but it's not
but that's
worth
not your
it.
business, Christopher, right? That's not your business. That's not your business model. You know what I mean?
No.
You're just like, hey, awareness, guys. This is bad. Check this out.
Yeah.
Not, hey, look at how grotesque this is and how bad everybody. Like, it's not about that. I think you're applying the awareness, and people make their own decisions.
Right, but I think you can't solve a problem unless you see the problem,
100%.
The reality of it, right?
100%.
So we've all been, again, numb and blind to the condition of the city, so we don't see it anymore. So I wanted to show the hard facts. This is actually happening. The rail trail is happening under your nose. I didn't even know the rail trail was there up until a year ago.
Right.
Nor did a lot of people. You need to see it.
Yes. And the truth is the rail trail that I did know the rail trail, but that was the pretty path that went from, the old Kerr Mill where Meditech is now, the 2 miles into Britland Park, and then the 2 miles back. I recall seeing a little bit of homelessness, but not anything in comparison to what is in the actual depths of it. Like
apocalyptic. Not even the depth.
Yeah.
We're talking about 20 feet from the trail, right? And kids can see this.
And it's all booby trap. That's all booby trap because it's closed, wrapped up with hypodermic needles. Like, it is just a terrible situation for anyone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let alone the idea that you might trip into something, but people are living in this filth, right?
Yeah.
And so, I know that the easy answer is find a place for them to go, right? That's the easy answer. But there's a process, you know what I mean? And I think if it wasn't for you, Christopher, I wouldn't be as aware and as sensitive to it as I am.
No one would, because you can say what you want. The rail trail would not have been a deal.
Right.
But I exposed it, right?
Yeah.
So it started exposing the lack of I mean, it was just exposing people left and right.
Yeah.
And I think they started to pay attention.
Yeah. For me, Christopher, I see your journey as a very noble one. I see you as someone that is genuinely trying to make a difference, and
Yeah.
I think sometimes the forces beyond us are so massive and huge that we have to question, is this worth the things that I love most in the world, right?
Right.
If you have, Christopher, if you didn't love your life, it's easy to walk away from it. It's easy to do things that, you've never experienced before. But when you love what you do every day, when you get up and you bake and you have a family, you have all those wonderful things, and then you say to yourself, gee, like, do I want to compromise my wellness? And you've had some medical issues in the past, right? Do I want to stimulate that again for a purpose that, quite frankly, has now become a fight for survival, right?
It is a fight for survival,
Right?
right? I mean, my business has suffered.
Yes.
My relationships have suffered. What people forget, what these social media platforms forget, is
I feel you, brother. I just want you to know I feel you.
I have
bro.
3 children, right? I have a daughter who's an occupational therapist. She works with other people. I have a son who's a police officer. He works with other people. It didn't click to me that those things that they're reading, their friends are reading,
Yes.
right? I was selfish and didn't consider that my children are also suffering my my reputation.
Yeah, we
that's
don't know
being
until you're in it,
destroyed.
though. You don't know until you know, right?
Right. Because I didn't know.
Right. Right.
If I had any experience in politics, I probably wouldn't have done this.
Yes.
Because I wouldn't want to put my friends and family through this.
Sure.
And now here we are.
Right.
Right.
Right. So let's talk about the future. Let's talk about moving forward. And what does that look like for Christopher and Christopher's Bakery? Do you see yourself continuing on this path, or have you decided that maybe there are other things you want to pursue in your life?
I think now I'm out of the campaign business.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Completely.
Okay.
I don't want to, and you're going to hear things, well, he doesn't want to debate. You're right. I don't want to debate, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get up with experienced politicians and be ripped to shreds.
Right. Right.
But I would have. We did it at the forum, right? I did miserably at the forum. I thought I did miserably at the forum.
I disagree.
But here's what people don't know. First of all, I was nervous, as humans are when they get in front of cameras.
Well, you've never done this before.
Never done this before. So I was nervous. Yeah. But 5 minutes into getting into that building, I was sent a text by a media platform company that said, make sure you cancel the debate. There's a conspiracy to rip you apart and blah, blah. Before I leave, I'll show it to you because people are going to say the text doesn't exist. But that was minutes before I got into the forum, right, which the entire time.
Yeah, you're processing that.
I'm processing this, right? Things that I kind of already knew,
Yeah.
but now people are sending me text messages 5 minutes before. So there's this big, deep, and this was off the heels of talking to a very prominent business person in the city, and them telling me that the administration, high-level people within the administration again, were digging into my background with them because I had previously worked for them years ago.
Yeah.
So I get a phone call saying, high-level city officials are asking us to dig up dirt on you, right? Because the thing about Fall River politics is there is no loyalty, right? 5 minutes after you've told someone, they're texting me and telling me.
Yeah.
All those things combined just played with my head. And did I think I was a target? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I've been a target for a lot of people for a year now.
Can I ask you this? If you don't have to answer if you
Yeah.
don't want to, but do you know where it's coming from? Do you know specifically who is driving this? Because I think it's important. I think it's important for people to know. Is it one particular person? Is it a group of people? Is it people with an interest in mind? Like, I'm just curious because is it just one person that controls all this, Christopher? Is it one person that is the puppet master? Right.
No.
I guess that's my question.
Yeah, and listen, I can't blame the mayor for that kind of activity, right? I mean, there are people who want to keep their jobs around him, right?
Yep.
So they're going to do whatever they can do.
Sure.
Who knows who it is?
See,
right?
that's my question. Like, is it like right? Is it the minions? Is it like who is it? Right? Because it could be on either side. It doesn't have to be the mayor. It doesn't.
100%.
Right?
But
Right?
I mean, the man texts me or calls me actually and says, "Just want to let you know that the man closest to the mayor is calling us and they want us to give dirt." We told him no comment, right? So then, not only that, but I have a reporter from the Fall River Reporter, Joe Good, going around talking to city council people and ex-employers and ex-relationships. And those people who she's talking to are now telling me so now I know all of this, right? I know all this is going on.
Right.
So while I'm talking to people, this is all in the back of my mind, right? And I just can't get people to understand. Fortunately, she did a boomer move, right? And she took a text and she accidentally posted it on my campaign page, so people saw in black and white the absolute bias and conspiracy right there from her, right? It just kept building and building and building, and at some point I had to say to myself, the machine is so big and so gnarly and so ugly. Why do you want to be in it?
Right. Especially when you have a great life, right? People that are very satisfied and comfortable and have built something, right?
Yeah.
Like I built something, I know what my life is, and then you get into this realm where it's just very ugly and dirty. This frustrates me very much, Christopher, and I'll tell you why. Because I would appreciate you having an opportunity to actually run for mayor, right? I would love to have seen this journey for you, along with the other candidates. Like I'm so just overwhelmed with the diversity of the people that are running, right? To me, I'm like, wow, this is great. Like these are regular people. These are normal, regular people, soldiers, immigrants, people that care about the city. And then when you hear of all this garbage in the background where people like yourself, who should be going the long haul, are being like, you know what, this is you guys, you know what, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
You don't deserve me. You don't deserve me. And I say that in the sense that you are trying to be true and honest with these people. You're actually trying to drive a message to help other people. And they're like, nope, we don't want it. Nope, we don't want it.
Right.
Nope, we don't want it. We want more of the same bullshit we've been dealing with for however long. And so I'm sorry if I sound a little frustrated, but I am. Only because, I think everybody deserves an opportunity and a chance to deliver that message. You know what I mean? But I will tell you right here, my friend, I support you 100%. I know where you're at. I see where you're at. And I've never been exposed to any of this. So, I'm a virgin
Nor
to all
have
this,
I.
right? So,
Nor have I.
Right. So both of us are seeing this for the first time, and I am absolutely, brother, blown away.
Well, I hope the city is blown away, right? This will be the reason why you will not get someone who does it for the right reason, who sees that you're struggling and wants to advocate for you and support you. You will not get that kind of person if you continue on this path.
Yeah.
I mean, the social media thing aside, the way we get our news now, I just think it's so irresponsible and hurtful, and I just don't see a way out of it for myself.
Right.
Unless I just separate myself from it.
Would you consider regrouping and saying, hey, you know what? Maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's the next one.
Who knows where life's going to take me? Listen, I've always been someone who their life can be here at one moment and off on a completely different journey the next, because I want to try to do everything in my life that I possibly can. I wasted enough time being
I feel you, bro. Me too, man.
and
Me
being
too, man.
shy.
Yeah. I have a sense of urgency.
Right.
I
have a sense of urgency at the age of 58 to help as many people as I possibly can, and to do everything that I possibly can do.
Yeah.
And that's with me every single day. And that's why I do crazy things like this, right?
Yeah,
I thought I could make a huge difference in the city.
I think you have. I think you, and you continue to. And
100%.
And I think this right here, Christopher, this right here is going to, if nothing else, brother, know that this conversation today right here, everybody's going to watch this.
Yeah.
And everybody who's watching this is going to realize something. That there's more going on here than meets the eye.
Yeah, there's so much more going on than meets the eye.
You cannot be blind to this.
Yeah.
And understand that if good people are going, this is not, then we know that the wrong people are in control. Let's leave that right there.
Yeah. There is definitely a machine that the public doesn't know about that is trying to keep the public down.
Yep.
It's a bold statement.
Yeah.
But. There's a shroud over everything, and they will get exactly what they want by ripping you to total shreds.
Bro, you can insinuate. I insinuate all the time because I hear things. You know what I mean? And it's okay to be like, I heard that, but I was never sure of it. But to actually be involved and see it firsthand, bro, I'm absolutely blown away. So enough about that. What I'd like to do is ask you, Christopher, you are a motivated individual. And so, I want to know what the future looks like for you, brother. I want to know what are you doing a year from now? What do you continue to do? I know you don't want to stop. I know you have your nonprofit. You just gave away 3 laptops for the trash campaign, which is outstanding.
Yeah.
I know that, and I'll just mention this. I know it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal to me. I know that just recently that you allowed someone who cooks something specific. I don't know if it's okay to say it, but they were looking for an outlet to sell their product, and you're like, this is delicious. Come sell it out of my bakery.
Yeah, I do stuff like that all the time.
That's huge,
because
man.
I
That's
wish
huge.
that someone would have given me that break, that I didn't have to work so hard.
Yeah.
And listen, if you have a good product and your problem is people don't know about it, and I can help you.
I'm like, what a cool thing to do, man. What a cool thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's working for them.
Yeah.
Listen, if I can help another human being become successful or feel good about themselves, I'm all for it. I literally consider myself a vessel now, just to help people.
Yep.
And just try to live my life comfortably.
So I'm going to ask you this: if people were considering donating to your campaign, where would you say they redirect the money to now? Like, where would you if people were going to donate and say, "Hey, give the money to"? What organization would you suggest? Your nonprofit? Would it be your nonprofit?
Now,
would it be?
Listen, I mean, because of our social media platforms around here, because we get news, right? I think that my reputation has been tarnished so deeply that I don't even want to ask people for money anymore. I think that I never wanted to like fundraise for the campaign or anything. I just think it's not the right time to be asking people in the city of Fall River, especially my supporters who tend to be in the South End or the Flint or asking them for money. Right. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, like typically people donate to the campaign. They want to support you, and I say, well, if there's an alternative some way that
I'd never wanted to do that fundraising stuff. It's just not the right time to ask people to give me money so I can get a job.
That's a great perspective, man. That just goes to the proof of
I'm working for you, but I want you to give me money.
Yeah.
I thought that I could do this campaign just on my own, through my own platform. I didn't want to get involved in all the nonsense of campaigning and signs and all. I think signs are horrible. I had to be talked into that. I didn't want to do any of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's funny. You say these things, and it's I kind of where I fit in is the video. Like I'm a podcast, and I struggle with being on video. I do it because David makes me do it. But the truth is, I'm very uncomfortable with it. I don't like it. I like to have a conversation. I like to look you in the eye, Christopher, and talk. Right. But with that said, I think sometimes when we're put in certain situations where it's not comfortable, you know what I mean? We do our best, right? And sometimes our best isn't always good enough. But I will tell you, brother, you have been a gentleman, and I have appreciated your campaign. Not only that, you have been a class act, man. You could have reacted, and you could have said a lot of things about people, and you didn't. I know you're privy to a lot of information, and you could have let bombs out everywhere, and you haven't done that, and you don't do that.
But I want to.
Right? Listen, you don't go to jail for thinking about murder, right? You don't go to jail for thinking about it. You go to jail for committing it.
Here's what I say at the end of it. Is it going to help the people who come to my cafe and who support me and who help whenever I do drives and help people whose houses burn down? Is that going to help me if I throw all these people under the bus? No, but it would feel really good.
It would.
I don't care enough about
rise
these
above,
people.
brother. You rise above. You rise above, man. You've got an amazing brand, and I think like this is just going to continue for you, Christopher. And I have a sneaky suspicion, brother, that this isn't going to be the last time we're sitting in the studio. And I would absolutely love to come back to the bakery, the cafe, sit down with you again, and talk about all the things that you're working on. I know that your fans, will continue to support everything that you do along this journey. And I just want to say that I appreciate you, brother, as the human. I know we're friends. You know, I tell people we're friends. I'm proud of that. And I want to continue to work with you and support your journey and your message. You know what I mean? So whatever my resources, the studio, whatever you need, sir, I want you to know that you are a friend of the show, and I offer that to you.
Thank you.
If there's anything you'd like to say to your audience and to your fans, please do so.
I just think, listen, you're going to hear what you're going to hear about me stopping campaigning and all of that stuff. And again, I'm comfortable with the people who support me, and they'll understand, because this was no secret. I've been telling people for about a week this information. But I think ultimately they will understand. People like Jordan, they know.
Yeah.
So
right.
those are the people that I care about, and my followers, of course.
Yeah.
They'll get it.
And I tell you, the people that I talk to that you are closest to you think the world of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They say the most kind things about you, and I'm like, oh wow, that's really great. You know, I think we can have an opinion on people, but when others speak about us in that light, it adds that it solidifies what you already thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to know you, man. I can't wait to come back into the bakery.
too.
Dude, that Bifana, just to walk out of here on a light note, that Bifana looks amazing, bro. Like, I have never seen a Bifana that good looking in my life. I cannot wait.
you.
How often are you doing that?
Listen, we don't have a menu, so we can play as much.
Oh
as
my
we
God, I
and
want that.
just
I want that.
happened to be a
I
thing.
promise I'm coming in for the Bifana.
All right.
It's
We
the
look
most
forward
amazing
to
thing
it.
I've ever seen. I can't wait to get in there. Christopher, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for coming in today.
You're welcome.
On this Sunday morning. I know you're a busy guy, but I just want you to say I appreciate you coming in and delivering this message here through the Bobby Couto Show. Because I know what it means. I know what it means to you. And I want you to know what it means to me that you chose this platform to deliver this message. Cool. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you,
You
Chris.
too.
Thank you. Good luck to you,
too.
and good luck to everything you do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for spending this time with us on this Sunday morning. We greatly appreciate it. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe to the Bobby Couto Show. And always remember that all roads lead here.